Welcome to my Wings of Liberty ladder games, where compared to all the cheesers and one-based tryhards, we're hardly trying. The reason I say that is because I like to play a macrocentric style, which I find to be more interesting to play, and even though it's less efficient in terms of winning and farming for portraits, I prefer to play it that way. And if you can pick up this style and incorporate it into your play, then you'll be making the world a better place. But more importantly, you'll be making my world a better place, because number one, you'll be reducing the amount of trash in the game, and number two, you will be reducing my queue time, which of course I will appreciate. But first of all, that'll require me to have viewers. So this is going to be a Terran versus Terran, which is, I would consider, one of the shittiest matchups out there. The reason I say that is because when Wings of Liberty was, you know, the only StarCraft 2 around, which is basically the best time for StarCraft 2, Terran vs. Terran was a lot different. It was mostly focused on marine tank compositions against marine tank compositions. Now that sort of took a shitty turn when someone discovered that the Destiny Cloud Fist was, you know, efficient, at least in the lower leagues. I think the pro players have found a way to defend the Destiny Cloud Fist with great efficiency, which is why you don't see that nearly as often. But I feel like, at least in this league, Destiny Cloud Fist is definitely one of the most common builds in this matchup. I'm guessing the emergence of the garbage game called Heart of the Swarm have also made a lot of players play in a more trashy style, which I would say is a lot more frustrating to deal with, and even from an observer standpoint, it's really just not great for the game. Now, for how to hold off the Destiny Cloud Fist, I feel like it relies more on your opponent making a mistake than you holding it off properly, because it was one of those builds that's just way more difficult to hold off than to pull off. It seems to be a trend in what Blizzard is trying to make the game into, and I like to call that trash.
What's going on?
So, what I like to do for Destiny Cloud Fist is I'll like to get a double barracks first, and then I would like to get a double gas and go for siege tech. I'll try to reduce his army size as much as I can, and then I'll see what I can do.
SCV ready.
Because basically what you don't want is for him to siege up outside your natural.
You scared me.
So when that happens, well, bullshit happens.
Yep.
And you can't really beat someone in terms of siege tech timings, even if you go for double gas. This is Reactor Reaper opening, I feel like.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Because I don't see any tech, like Marauder pushes or something like that. We'll see what he decides to make out of that.
Upgrade.
Now in this game, the Reaper is a lot weaker
Move it. Yeah.
than, say, in Heart of the Swarm, because Reapers don't actually heal in this game, which is, I would say, fortunate. Now what's unfortunate is the fact that this map is very, very open.
Not enough minerals.
We do have the D-pod almost completing.
You gonna give me orders, me boy?
So I'll just place the guys with guns over here,
SCV.
and I'll use the patrol loop for the first time in ever.
Gotcha.
Alright, still sticking to the fact that I will build a thing first.
Been waiting.
So I feel like if we can get some preemptive strike on the Reapers, then we should be in a good spot to take it out. Unless this is like Mass Reaper.
SCV ready.
At which point we'll probably need Missile Man. Or Destiny Cloud Fist. Actually, let's drop a scan.
SCV ready.
Factory, Reactor. This seems like some Reaper Hellion bullshit.
By the numbers, boy.
He does have double gas, and he's got the factory up already, which makes me think that he doesn't have his expansion yet. So I'm banking on this being a
Upgrade complete. Not enough
tech build and all in. We'll see if that decision comes to bite me in the ass later.
Not enough minerals.
So I'll still get some Missile Man, because they're good at tanking Reapers, and they're good at tanking, well, just about anything else. I don't have map presence right now, so that's good.
Not
Get the
enough.
Missile Man out right now. And in terms of tech, what do we want? I think Stim Pack would be our first priority. Oh, it's a Marauder
This
rush.
better be good. We could use some help. SCV ready.
Maybe some Reapers.
Big job. SCV ready.
See, what I want to know is whether or not he has that expansion, but I feel like that's not an option for us right now. He's making quite a few Marauders. We got 18 on here, so we don't need any more workers in the main. I'll get my concussive shells just because they help against Reapers.
SCV ready. Go, go, go. SCV
That's just a small bunch of Marines and Marauders. But I feel like I'll need some sort of tech to hold that off. Okay, we're at 44, 46. Is someone making a depot? Nope. It's a shame. Okay, so we managed to hold off the trash just fine, but you know, when someone trashes, they always trashes. So let's get our tech in place. I feel like holding that off is shit. The entire army up here. Oh, it's Hellions. Get rid of the Hellion. See, in this situation, all you want to do is basically make stuff. Just stay calm and make stuff. And I'm doing like the exact opposite of what you really want to do. And that's of course make, not click this button, because this button tends to screw up a lot of things. Okay, so I feel like we held that off pretty well. And judging by the amount of units and gas spent on his army, I can say that my prediction of him doing a one base all-in is rather accurate. We'll cancel that, and I feel like we're in a good position now that I hold that off. Okay, once trash, always trash. We've established that. We'll empty one bunker right now. Probably pull this missile man back.
Outstanding.
Additional supply depots required.
We'll do a drop supply once.
Supply depots required. Our base are under attack.
I feel like right now all he did manage to do was like a load of nothing. This guy's still playing like a trashy player, so I feel like as soon as the medevacs are done, we're gonna be able to wrap this up. Well, he managed to take out a gas geyser. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Bad news. Want a piece of me, boy?
Vespine geyser required for placement. Not enough energy.
Okay, so while all that trash was happening, I managed to build up a lot of resources, which is not an ideal situation, but you know, what can you do? I'm still getting my infrastructure back in place. See, now with the medevacs out, I'm free to stim however much I want, because I'll have the healing to back it up. He's just getting his natural started right now, which means that I'm in a rather comfortable position. See, this is what I'm talking about. The garbage game makes garbage players. And I'm pretty sure we've established that many times before. So right now what we need is production, and I think that's all we need.
Add-on complete.
So he's backed off with the trash for now. And I feel like that's a good thing that he did, because it allows me to attack him. Now, I don't know if I want to push the economic advantage. I think I will. Because if nothing else, then this will force him back. Okay, I can pull these guys back. Still Marine Hellion. What kind of composition is that, really?
Add-on complete. Insufficient.
Ready for dust off. Light
Does he have tanks? I think he's been producing a lot of Marauders, so no tanks.
Ready for pickup?
Oh, he's got a tank. I don't think Siege Tech is done yet, though.
Add-on complete.
Okay, so I feel like we managed to deal a good amount of damage. We forced his second base back, so he's going to be hurting in terms of income for now. So what I want to do is keep up the production, potentially add more. I mean, really you can't have too much production. SCV count looks a little bit high.
Additional.
Gangway coming.
Not really taking care of our supply just
additional
yet.
supply depots
See, that's one of the problems I think that all players have right now. They learn to trash first and play properly second. And I feel like that makes the game a miserable place for everyone.
Where's the emergency? Talk to me.
Additional supply depots required.
Life flight?
This better be good. You want a piece of me?
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, so we're gonna try and force our way through. Right now I feel like we're missing some gas. Still trying to push out at this point, huh? But all that will lead to is basically his death. Okay, so I feel like he's lost enough bullshit and fucked up enough that I should be able to take this game. So taking out both siege tanks, and we're gonna force him back again on one base. Oh, I've got Banshees this time, that's great. Take it out before I can poke, so I don't have to waste a scan on it. And that's it. See, I told you, trash does not carry games, it just slows games down. That's why I hate this game right now, or at least compared to what it was before.